What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another Dragonflight video. So not too long ago, we received patch 10.05, which allowed us to transmog white and gray items, and of course, that opened up the door for a shit ton of ways to make gold, right? So I did make a video last week about selling gray and white items for a week to take a look at how much gold I would make, because it was so funny, because it was always people be like, oh, student, no one is going to buy these, can't be ours to deal with them. And we made almost 800,000 gold in the first week. Now, naturally, the first week was going to be the best week, because everyone that wanted to mog these items would get them, well, the majority of people would, the first week and the first days. But prices were really bad, so I always thought that you would be able to sell more items in the beginning, but it would generally sell for less gold, because what's going to happen is that people will give up on selling white and gray items because it gets to the point where the prices are too low for them to bother with it. So I definitely believe in a future of gray and white items, like a forever lasting future of gray and white items, certain items at least, because I've already started to mark like a lot of vendor items specifically, just to kind of track the price on them to see, okay, if I sell out, which ones should I go and purchase again. And there's a limit to how many you can favorize on the auction house, so I've also got a list of items outside of this, because a lot of the items that used to be thousands of gold each that you would buy from a vendor are now less than 50 gold in some cases. And there's a lot of items that went to like beneath 100 gold that has now gone up again to a couple of thousand gold, which is really cool. But now we're going to take a look at this week and see how much gold we've made this week on gray and white items. Before we do that, big thank you to every single one of you guys that have signed up to the VIP Discord. If you guys have no clue what it is, you can basically join the VIP Discord. Everything happens on the Discord naturally, and you get a ton of cool shit. Like, you'll be able to see all of my YouTube videos before anyone else. There's a bunch of spreadsheets that's only for the VIPs. There's investments that I'm doing, like seasonal investments before patches and expansions and all of that good stuff. So I really want to take this time and say thank you, because there's been a lot of people joining in lately. And of course, if you haven't already, you can always take a look at this 0 to 10 million gold guide. But don't forget to use the discount code Dragonflight for 50% off. And that's going to be linked down below as well. So I sold like 1,200 items last week. This time I only sold, I say only, but I sold the 334 white and gray items, which by itself is good. That's more than the amount of green, blue, and epic mogs that I sell in a week. However, these items are not worth that much. So pretty much, I don't care to restock like vendor items if they're less than 100 gold. Like, even though it just costs like 24 copper to buy like an item from the vendor, I can't be arsed to do that if it sells for less than 100 gold. So this week has been mainly about just selling everything that I have to cut down on the amount of time that I spend posting. So do keep in mind that I post all of these items for 48 hours, and I don't do any undercuts. So I could have drastically increased my sales if I did undercuts, or just posted with a shorter duration. Because the first 100 auctions is only 6,800 gold, which is obviously not good. We can all agree on that. That's not good at all. That's like selling one okay-ish green item a mog. And that will make me the same, if not more, gold than selling 100 of these gray and white items. But yes, it's mainly just to get rid of like everything. The next 100 auctions is better. It's 58,000 gold. And I sold these grizzly items that you could farm around the sludge fen, which I made a video on. So that's like 45,000 gold in those alone. So that's really good. And I know for a fact that there's going to be something else of an okay value as well in this mailbox, because I saw it before the mailbox was swarmed with sales. But I'm not expecting, like, long term, I know that I'm going to go down to posting maybe a couple of 100 white and gray items that has a really decent value, and just cut out all of this low value stuff right here. Unless it increases in price. There we go. Yeah, the grunt set. This is a great example. Someone bought the entire grunt set where they purchased a helmet for 48,000 gold. Now, this entire set was like less than 1,000 gold. It dropped hard in the first couple of days. And then people gave up on it. They stopped posting it. I noticed that. Went to the vendor, bought some of the items, and boom, 66,000 gold in that clean out. And now we only got 34 auctions left. I can't recall if there's anything good in those 34 auctions, but we'll take a look and see. But yes, the moral of the video, I still think gray and white items is worth doing. I always think there's going to be a place for those items, but you should be more selective about what you post, right? And just monitor the vendor prices for the vendor mocks that you can just purchase closely. I sold another sucky Moarg eye patch. I think I've sold 3 or 4 of these right now for 44,000 gold almost. So that was the entire week. And if we take a look at the overall sales, you can see that this week I made 183,000 gold, which is, it's not a lot of gold. I mean, in a week, I could play the game for free just by dealing with gray and white items, but I haven't restocked the auction house with any new gray and white items, haven't bought anything from the vendor besides from that grunt set. It's just me getting, like, shortening down my list of auctions on the auction house, and I spend very little time in managing the auctions because I don't do any undercuts, and I post for 48 hours, because right now, I'm sitting at 1,300 auctions with a total value of 2.5 gold. Now, this was like 2.7k auctions sitting at like 80 million gold in total, because the prices were just sky high on a lot of items before they dropped down. With that being said, though, that was pretty much it for today's video. So please let me know if you want me to keep on doing these gray and white like mailbox cleanouts, because it's been a thing for like almost a decade now where I clean out the mailbox of my Transmog sales. But it's going to be interesting to see if you guys still want to see the gray and white mugs as well. With that being said, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching. And as I said, don't forget to check out the VIP Discord link down below, together with the 0 to 10 million gold guide. And I'll see you all back in at the next video. Until then, bye-bye.